Come up for the afternoon to Maldon in central Victoria, and we're at the Beehive Mining Company area. It's a nice big chimney stack. We'll have a bit of a wander around. There are all these different foundations from the mining company era, and this is going back to the 1800s. Let's check it out. All the old foundation relics. One can only guess what these were all for. What sort of foundations they were for, what buildings were here. This is all part of the gold era. So we're talking the 1850s, 60s, 70s, 80s. Got a little bit of wind, so sorry about the wind noise if you're copying any on the video. There's a lot of quartz, as you can see, on the ground. Of course, they were crushing the quartz, trying to get the gold out. Maldon itself is a quaint little Victorian town, central Victoria. Quite a bit of quartz here. You'll probably still find little bits of flecks of gold and that in some of the quartz. Nice big chunk here. I bet you if you crack that open you might find some flecks of gold still in that. Alright, trying to find a little spot out of the wind. I think I've found one. And I've got a K2 sort of sitting up there, as you can see. And I've got a little proximity pod sort of sitting there too. So I'm going to ask if there's any spirit around. If you're from the era of the gold mining era, or if you're any sort of spirit at all from the town, from any era, if you'd like to step forward and let us know that you're here, you can do so. And all you need to do is come close to this K2 meter here. If you put your energy towards it, you could light it up for us. If you come close to that one, you could set that one off as well. So it's a really lovely area, Maldon, and the energy here is old worldly, but it's a very, very calming, pleasant country energy. Just inviting any of the spirit here, if you'd like to step forward, please come and do so. We'd really appreciate it. See if we can get anything. The K2 went off earlier on. I didn't have the camera on. Yeah, if anybody wants to step forward, please do so. Love to communicate with you. Just to show that you're here would be fantastic. Got some crows in the background. You've got to love the nature, don't you? Alright, my name's Rick. If there's anyone here, can you tell me your name? Can you tell me, did you work here? Hello, we've got a big K2 thing there. Thank you for flashing the K2 for us. Can you see if you can put your voice on this device that I'm holding now? My name's Rick. Can you tell me your name? William. Thought I heard a William. Hello, William. How are you? You still here, William? Maybe. Can you tell? Can you tell me? Did you work here, William? Crime? Were you involved in crime? What were you doing when you lived in the area? There's a bit sort of coming through there. I'm going to have to go through the video to find out what it was. Maldon Parkland. It's established in 1863, I believe. And the sign says this tree was propagated from the seed of the lone pine in Gallipoli. Victoria's got quite a few of these. Brought some seeds back from the Gallipoli pine. It's starting to rain, so I might go into the rotunda there. Little memorial hall over there. Well, we've got a K2 going off a little bit ballistic. We're in the parkland, Maldon Parkland. Not too sure why that's going off. Should be fine. Okay, is there somebody here who wants to say hello? Checking out for any electrics and that, but can't seem to see anything there. Alright, there we go. Alright, if there's anyone here, can you light that meter right up? Just to say hello. My name's Rick. Come with a lot of respect. Love to have a chat. Always up for a chat. And if you like, you can come close to this one as well. Set that one off. That's got quite a range on it, that one. That's a pretty good range on that one. Okay. I was just wondering if it's got something to do with the surface here, if there's some magnetic stuff in there, but seems to be going ballistic. Nothing there. Okay. Maybe there is some electrics underneath this thing. I'm not too sure. We might just move it away just to be sure. Got to check these things. Turn this one off for a minute. Rightio. Shouldn't be anything too electrical under here. So I'll give this a go. If there's anyone around I would like to come and say hello, please do so. your energy towards these gadgets. Just to show that you're here. As I was saying earlier, Maldon was established in the gold era, so we're looking at the 1850s, 1860s. Its heyday, I guess, was around about the 1880s. A lot of old buildings here, heritage buildings. And, well, there's quite a lot of heritage buildings here. So it's quite an interesting spot to have a bit of a wander around town, have a look at some of the old buildings. Of course, the inside's been refurbished and whatever else, but yeah, it's just if you like the old style country towns, Maldon's got just about everything. It has its music festivals, has a golf festival which we're going to in August, and yeah, we come up here every so often, just because we like the vibe. It's a beautiful country vibe. And yeah, we just love it. It's very cool. And it doesn't look like we're getting anything too much on the gadgets, but that's okay. We can go for a bit of a walk through town. Have a look on the other side of town. Oh, hello. What's going on there? Would somebody here like to say hello? Yeah, there's K2 going off as well. Hello, how you going? My name's Rick. Can you speak into this camera here and tell me your name? That was really cool. Maldon's one of those towns that has got a lot of ghosty history. So you can walk around here anywhere and you'll bump into a spirit, or spirits will just wander up to see what you're doing, which is basically what was happening right there. You just see me sitting here, I'm wondering what I'm doing, talking to myself. And they came close enough to the meters. And if you could come close again and light them up again, that would be fantastic. Just put your energy towards it, put your hand towards one of these gadgets. That'd be really good. And spirit will flit in and out. Just hover in and out, stand back a little bit, watch what you're doing. Decide whether they want to communicate with you or not. That's their choice. Sometimes they don't like to use the electronic stuff. Haven't got divining rods, otherwise I'll be using them as well, because the old school type of stuff, pendulums and divining rods, work really well in places like this, because a lot of the spirit are from that 1800s era, early 1900s era, and they don't understand technology. It's not their cup of tea, you know. It's kind of like they're used to the divining rods. It's used them for water, finding water and gold and whatever else. They're used to pendulums and all that sort of stuff. That's the old school stuff. We tend to use a lot of that old school type of ideology. I was trying to find the right word then. We use that quite a bit in places like that, like here, because it tends to work a lot better. So today I've only brought the tech with me, and it's potluck whether you actually get something out with the tech. But as you saw, it did light up, so, you know, spirits sort of wandering in and out, around. And I guess the longer you sit here, I've only been sitting here for a few minutes, so, and I'm not going to sit here for too long at all. So, in fact, I'm going to start having a bit of a mosey around town shortly. But, yeah, it's, you know, the longer you sit, the more curious they get, and they'll start coming forward. but it does show you that they are here, even in fleeting little bits and pieces. Kangaroo Hotel's quite a nice little pub. I believe they're changing hands, or you know, they've got it up on the market. So I'm not too sure what's happening with the Kangaroo Hotel. We're around about a 60-second walk out of town. Well, that's really just about all I did. This is an area where they had all the mining kilns. So they had all the kilns here where they were firing up to try and do what they had to do to get the gold. So it's just a quaint little area, very historic. And I reckon if you come down here night time, you'd probably get quite a bit of activity too. This area, Anzac Hill, I hadn't actually walked up here. It's a bit of a hike. It's either that or I'm getting old. Yeah, so we've got some foundations of all sorts here. Not a bad view. I'm not sure what's going on here. Clouds are looking pretty dark. I think I'm going to get bucketed on. All right. Okay, got a little K2 here. If there's anyone up this area like to come forward, please do so. And light up this little gadget that I've got. Be much appreciated. I had those trees chopped down, we'd have quite a view. Alrighty. A lot of history in this town. I might just one day have to dig into all the history and find out all the little nitty-gritty bits. Okay, nothing on the K2 at the moment. All good. Let's see if I can break my neck going down. Don't know if these were all part of like houses or, you know, abode, or whether it's all part of the mining thing, because it's virtually straight across the road there from where I was before, where the kilns were, so maybe this had something to do with the kilns and things as well. And who knows what's up in that bushland up there. I'm not too sure. I'm not going to go for a walk because I think I'm going to get drenched in a minute. There's a lot of old shops and that which are up for lease at the moment. Got a Christmas shop straight across the road, which is only open obviously at Christmas time. That's the old blacksmith shop straight across there, which are using for dual purposes and things now. Petrol Bowser's out the front. This is an old building which have turned now into a mechanic's workshop. It's pretty cool. There's some old mines in the area. I'm not going to be able to get there today. We have been there before, and you might have seen a couple of vids of ours. But it's Maldon. It's about to bucket. Maldon also has an awesome vintage machinery museum. If you're coming here for the golf festival, this is where a lot of the activity will be happening. There's quite a few big sheds out the back. There's a lot of historic stuff in here. I tend to run the markets in through here as well, so I have some great markets from time to time. Also, and it says warning, bricks may fall, stay behind fence. It does look like there's a couple of bricks there that have come adrift. There's a few gaping holes up there too, so there you go, wouldn't like one of them falling on your head. Alrighty. Got my little K2 and a little REM pod up there as well, back at the old beehive mine. And if there's anyone around, it'd be much appreciated if you could light them up, just to show us that you're here. My name's Rick. I'd like to find out a little bit about you. I'd like to find out if you worked here. Oh, a little bit of a flash, you worked here. Fantastic. Were you looking for gold? You'll flash it again if you were looking for gold. Were you mining for gold? Did you just live here? Were you one of the shopkeepers? Did you own this area? Did you own the mine? You'd light it up if you did. Oh, you did. You own the mine. Oh, that's pretty cool. Well, it's nice to meet you. My name's Rick. And if you can, you could probably put your name in. Yell out your name and the camera might even pick it up. You never know, on my device here that I've got, that I'm filming with. Probably don't know what the film is all about, but that doesn't matter. Very pleased you could light that up though. Did you have family here? Did you have children? And a wife? Did you live on your own? Were you up here? Whoa! Okay, there's a little bit of wind, so I'm going to debunk that one because there was a bit of a breeze that come through. Then again, you never know, Spirit might have pushed it. It'd take quite a bit of wind to push that over, but yeah, very good. Thank you. If that was you, could you do it again for me? But thank you for showing us that you were here. Turn this one off too. Ah, here we go again. Started to rain a little bit again. Not to worry. But yeah, it's a curious place. Lots of history. Whoops. I'm slipping and sliding all over the place here. And as you can see, there's loads of quartz everywhere. So there's a lot of gold mining here. Do believe they got quite a bit of gold out of this area in Maldon. But it's nothing like it. I mean, you know, it's even during the day you pick up little bits and pieces in a spiritual sense. You might pick up the odd spirit or two that wants to interact. But if not, coming to places like this, there's so much history. You can just relax and immerse yourself into the history. And maybe even just take some time to think about how the people lived, how difficult it would have been. First come up here, but there was nothing. No shops, no stores, no food supplies. Everything had to be brought in from, you know, 300-400 kilometres away. And then to build up a town around a mining era. A lot of miners, they just came here in tents, built their own little shacks, little houses, built up the town. Very awesome. Town of Maldon. There's also a historic railway station as well. And there's a state battery. Yes, and lots of different mines around the area too. Very cool. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the vid. Catch you next time. Bye.